Hey, how we doing, everybody? It's another beautiful day here at the Cheeseman Workshop. Excuse me as I rattle around here trying to get in position here. Today was a pretty awesome day. I got to jump in on several lives, talk to a few of you folks today. Set these out on the side. I mentioned that today I was gifted a knife, a fellow on my job site. I met this fellow a few weeks ago, and he was carrying one of these on his side, and I asked to take a look at it. He showed me. I thought it was super cool. He was back there today delivering some equipment, and he came over to my job site trailer. For those of you who know, I'm a superintendent for a commercial construction company. Currently building a donut shop out in the middle of nowhere. But that middle of nowhere, I bumped into a fellow YouTube fellow, Mr. Dennis Whipple. He was out there just in the middle of random nowhere. There he was. But this fellow makes these knives. First of all, the sheath. You see here he's got some rivets and washers. It came with zip tie. This is a piece of PVC pipe that I have to be careful here. It's just some PVC pipe. He kind of makes kind of a Kydex type sheath for it. Pretty cool. I thought it was great. But this knife is a bronze knife. It is 90% copper, 10% aluminum. And I made the cardinal mistake today. There's fellows who deal with pew-pews know that there's the 4 cardinal rules. Well, there's the main cardinal rule about knives is always assume every knife is sharp. And I was kind of lazy with that today. I was holding this in my hand and pulled the knife out, and it kind of skipped across the tip of my finger, just enough to let me leak a little bit. But like I said, this is mostly copper, 90% copper, 10% aluminum. But it's as sharp as it can be. This thing is probably a good 3/8 of an inch thick. It's a full tang construction. If you can see right here, if the camera will focus, there's a PK. That's his maker's mark, PK and a PK. That is for primitive knives. And that's what he's going for. That's the look and the aesthetic. If you see this handle, this is a good 1/2 inch thick all the way through. Very cool. I got a picture that I'll edit in here of a steel knife he made. The steel was a track from a bulldozer, piece of a track from the bulldozer, and I had given him some camphor wood, knife scale material, and he used it. It was absolutely gorgeous. He showed me that, and then this knife, and then when I went to hand it back, he told me that this was a gift to me for the handle material, and I'm going to work with him and get him set up on a Instagram page so that he can post some of his creations and maybe make some sales or trades or whatever. It's intentionally a primitive looking knife, but I think with a little refinement, it could turn into something else. But I don't know. This copper color, I'm really digging it. And the fact that he's got this, it's buttery smooth, but still super sharp. Just very, very cool in my opinion. And as soon as I get him, I'll work with him to get an Instagram page set up. I'll share that with everybody. The fellow's name is Pokey. It's not his real name, that's his nickname, but for now, it's Pokey. Yeah, PK Knives, Primitive Knives. Very cool gift, I appreciate it. And I might work with him with some collabs, maybe do some leather sheaths to go with his knives, and maybe do some stuff with him upcoming, and maybe get a couple of his steel knives. But if we can make it work, I'll let you guys know. This is a knife I started working on the other day. I had a broken tip, and I've been using my Work Sharp plate, mostly this 320 course, to slowly introduce a new point on it. I could take it out back and throw it on a belt sander, but when you're working on the very tip, sometimes you can overheat and end up with a weak tip. It's going to break again. And they had the swedge or false edge or whatever, they had it pretty knackered up. So I need to further refine that. And then once I get a new point established, it's still fairly blunt, I'll work on getting all these grinder marks out and get it cleaned up. But this is the Jet Air knife. It's made in Japan. Obviously a 119 knockoff. They also have a 110 knockoff. But they were good quality knives, well made in Japan. Project I'm working on. Here's another one. I did the cleanup for the pawn shop, and I showed this knife. This is the Remington Barlow with the bone handles. Super smooth. I cleaned the knives up and took them back to him and told him how much I love this one here. We worked out a sweet deal on it. So I am the proud owner of the Remington Barlow. But that's my video. I got another video that I've been working on, multiple phases of different things. I think including the very beginning of this knife. So hopefully this weekend I'll get all this stuff stitched together, put together, and either put it out in one video or a couple, 2 or 3 little videos. So as for tonight, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Please remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and above all, have yourself a beautiful day.